Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready to kick off the first ever Comedy Untamed Showcase? Hey, you can do better than that. You guys ready for the first ever Comedy Untamed Showcase? All right, I want you to bring the round of applause up. Give me a 10 out of 10. Give me a 10 out of 10. Give me a 12. Give me a 14. And welcome to the stage, your first act from Sydney. It's Jamal Abdul.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we all feeling? We all feeling good? Yeah? All right, I'll get straight to it, all right? I'll address the elephant in the room very quickly. Just so we all know, I am mixed race. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm blind too, obviously. I was born with it, right? So it makes for an interesting life. I was born with my blindness. Suck on that, Maybelline. I'm all natural, okay? You know? I can still see a little bit, but not very much, okay? So, like, I'm totally blind in my left eye, right? I can still see a little bit out of my right eye. I can see, like, a metre ahead of me. I can see, like, colours, shapes, silhouettes, not much detail. So everybody I talk to looks like they're doing an anonymous interview for 60 minutes. So I won't be doing any crowd work tonight, all right? Like, I'm not going to roast anybody here. You're all safe. What am I going to say? Just be like, hey, that's a blurry shirt, cuz. What'd you wear that for? No. But for whatever reason, the Australian government has this thing against me driving. I don't know what that's about. I really don't. Like, I actually genuinely think it's prejudice to not let blind people drive. Okay? I live in Bankstown. All right? The way that people drive out there makes me feel like I could do it. Straight out. I should be allowed to drive. I'm just gonna start driving, bro. No one's even gonna notice. I won't even be the only Arab on the road without a driver's license. But it's true about Bankstown, bro. They all think they're hectic drivers out there. No? You know? They do. They all think they're like Dominic Toretto or some shit. It's like, brother, you're driving Uber, all right? Like, you're not even Queen Latifah from Taxi. Relax. You know? No, they do. They all think they're amazing drivers. And, like, I spend a lot of time in Uber, though, right? I do. I was in an Uber recently, okay? White Uber driver. You might be thinking, Jamal, if you're blind, how'd you know he was white? Started playing country music, bro. That's how I know. Dead giveaway. Country music in Uber. I'll be honest, I don't want to hear that shit, okay? I'll say I'm taking a stance tonight. I don't like country music, right? Banjo, all right. The banjo's a shit instrument, I'll say it. Sounds like a guitar with buck teeth. Get it out of here. Fuck the banjo. There's better musical options out there. Man. No, couldn't believe it, but, right, I'm in this Uber. White Uber driver. You know, you got to think, like, what a waste of white privilege that shit is to be a white Uber driver. Like, what sort of fucking life decisions led to this moment where he's in the front of the car and Jamal Abdul is comfortably sitting in the back? Like, is it opposite day? What the fuck is this? No, man, I spend way too much time on public transport, right? I was on a train recently, and so, like, I use a cane, so it's pretty easy to identify that, like, I can't see very well, right? So I'm sitting on the train, minding my own business, and then a dude sits next to me, we're all well and good, right? And then he leans over, he goes to me, he goes, hey, buddy, just like, you know, over the announcements, right, on the train, right? There's like an announcement, and it just goes, you know, dong, dong, dong. Next stop is Redfern, right? And then he leans over, and he goes, hey, buddy, just so you know, the next stop is Redfern. And I don't know how to make sense of this situation. Like, he must have thought that I was deaf, but he could still magically talk to me somehow. Like, maybe he thought he could speak Braille. Like, going on here? No, man. But I don't know. I like living in Bankstown. It's a fun place to be, right? It's a very mixed area, very diverse area, and I enjoy it for that, right? But one thing that like everyone agrees on in Bankstown is that there's like no Pauline Hanson support there. You know, no one likes Pauline Hanson. And it's like, how could you? How could you like Pauline Hanson? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? She's like racist. She's a climate change denier. You know? That freaks me out too. Like, how is this, like, how is she a climate change denier? Like, how is the increasing global temperature, like, not of any concern to a redhead? Should that not be at the top of her agenda? She should be out there every night like, all right, we've got to stop these UV rays from getting into our country and changing our way of life. Bro, if it gets any hotter, she's going to be wearing a burqa for actual sun protection. And that's why I'm getting sick of these fucking nerds, man. All these nerds talking about cryptocurrency and shit. They're like, bro, Bitcoin, it's going to be the next major currency. No, it isn't. All right, it's going to be fucking sunscreen, okay? No, I like where I live. Bankstown's a lot of fun. The thing about Bankstown, though, is like a lot of people don't realise this. Like, the culture there is low-key gay. Yeah? They don't know it. That's the thing. Heads from the area don't know it. But the things they do are a little gay and they don't realise. You know what I mean? Right? Like, I was walking down the street the other day, okay, and there's like these 4 dudes standing out on the street all together, right? And they got their North Face jackets on, yeah? So, you know, they think they're hard, they're talking this and that. They got their North Face jackets, right? They look like the 4 walls of a mental asylum have come to life. And they're talking shit, right? They're talking this and that, thinking they're hard, but like, they were eating yogurts together. I don't think there's a gayer thing you could possibly be doing with the boys than to be eating yogurts, man. Like, with the pearls and everything. It's low-key gay, bro. You know? Think about it, man. They got man bags, like... Bro, they've coordinated their outfits. They all go to the bathroom together. I don't know what that's about. Nah, man. Everyone from my area, it's funny, bro. Like, all the Arabs from my area, they're all going to Turkey and getting plastic surgery. That's fucking... That's gay, right? Yeah. That's like for chicks, man. I'm gonna do it. I am. I want to get my teeth fixed. You know? I do. I want to go to Turkey. I'm going to get my teeth fixed, you know? Because it's like I'm all for diversity until it comes to my dental plan. In which case, I want my teeth to be all straight and white. That's it, okay? Right? At the moment, my teeth look like an SBS panel show. There's way too much diversity. No, man. I don't know. I mean, dating's weird these days, though, right? It's pretty tough out there, you know? Like, I got a friend, he's a DJ, right? He's one of these meatheads, he's a DJ, gets all these girls, right? Because he's a DJ. Sorry, Max, but, you know, I don't get it, you know what I mean? I don't know why girls are into DJs. I really don't get it. Like, why would you want to be in a relationship with a DJ? You know, he can't even listen to a song all the way through. What makes you think he could stick out a committed relationship? Like, babe, he's going to dump you after the drop. What are you doing? I don't get it, man. I don't know. I was on Tinder recently, right? I use Tinder. And I was on there, and there was a girl on there, right? And in her, like, bio, right, she had an emoji of an Israeli flag, and then she wrote, "Your parents will love me," right? My dad's Palestinian, bro. He's not gonna love this at all, right? But I thought about it, like, I was like, imagine I swipe right, you know what I mean? And we match, right? And our relationship takes off, right? I had this fantasy. I was like, wait, no, I can't do this, because what if we get divorced? She'll take the house. All right, I'm gonna end it there. That's it. That's all I've got to say about that. You guys have been a lovely crowd. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, keep that round of applause going for your second act all the way from Brisbane, it's Anisa Nandaula.
Yeah, it's diverse as fuck. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I'm originally from Uganda, and before I came to this beautiful country, my mom was like, Anisa, I'm going to move you to one of the most multicultural parts of Australia. And then I grew up in Rockhampton, Queensland. I don't know, it was pretty diverse. There were like 7 different types of white. And I feel like I adjusted relatively easily. Like I enjoyed going to school in Rocky because my teachers would come up to me and they'd be like, excuse me, no hat, no play. I was like, I'm black, go away. You handled that well. I feel like my mom struggled a little bit more to adjust, right? Like as soon as we got there, she started calling the police on possums. 000. We have intruder with pointy nose, sharp claws, big hairy ass. The police arrested my brother. Laugh, he's ugly. I found it weird though because I lived in Australia my entire life, but people still didn't see me as Aussie, which was strange because I lived in Australia for the last 20 years, 5 legally, but in the time that I've been living there, people didn't see me as Aussie. A lot of people thought that I was American. And I think it's because I enunciate my R's, which is dumb. Because there's actually a scientific way to tell whether someone's American just by looking at the lines on their palm. Right, see, I'm not American. That's why on my palm, you could see that there's 3 lines and there's no gun. We're so much better than them, aren't we? Yeah, I've lived in Australia my entire life, and my dad in Uganda, he sends me motivational messages every single morning. So this is the one from today. He said, in life, it's important to always strive for your best. Follow your dreams, never give up. And most importantly, I want you to remember, if times get hard, don't be gay. When times get hard, don't be gay. What does he think I'm gonna do? Accidentally crash my car and be like, no! I texted back, in this economy, no promises. I was mainly raised by my single mother, and I was so jealous of people that grew up with both parents. Like if you grew up with both parents, say, yeah. Yeah? You think you're better than me? I'm so jealous of you. Because I feel like if you have both parents, typically what happens is like one disciplines and then one will come in and they'll comfort. But my single mom, she would slap me, and then 5 minutes later, she'd be like, Anisa, what that crazy lady did back there was fucked. And it was just a weird way to like work out she had bipolar. I was like... And it was especially hard because she's this conservative Muslim woman. And I always want to make her proud, but as an Aussie, I can't follow the rules of Islam. Like I was taught as a Muslim woman, I'm forbidden from ever looking a man directly in the eyes. I've got to lower my gaze. And I've just been looking at dicks my whole life. This guy in the front row has no fear. He's like, yup. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite of a Muslim because I'm a shit Muslim, right? But I'm trying to get my boyfriend to become like interested in Islam because right now he believes in crypto. But I'm still trying to get him to come, you know? He lost everything. I was like, when times get hard, don't be gay. My boyfriend's Australian, and I was really nervous meeting his family because I wanted them to like me. I was like, could you drop some subtle hints that I'm, you know, African before I get there? Because I didn't want to like, boo. You know? And I was like, you don't have to be like obvious about it. You can tell them I'm black in a subtle way, like while you're sweeping around the house, you know? Oh, by the way, Mom, my girlfriend's highly likely to come first in a 100-meter sprint. You guys are laughing because it's true. I love it. My boyfriend's an engineer, so yeah, he's autistic. And that's where the clap is? You guys are fucking weird. Crazy. But I'm so happy to be in this country because my life was vastly different when I lived in Uganda, right? Like, just little things that you take for granted. Like, in my home, I never had readily access to clean drinking water. So I remember the first time that I drank water in Australia. It was really emotional for me, you know? I was like, wow. And my neighbors were like, get your head out of my pool. But even like little things that you don't think about, like in Uganda, the power would randomly turn on and turn off. So we would fill our house with candles. And I started like associating candles with being broke. So now when my Australian boyfriend's trying to be sexy, lighting candles, leaving handcuffs on the bed, I'm like, you fucking threatening me? 'Cause I'm not going back. But I've been here for so long that now my only way to connect with Uganda is I've got to go online and Google facts. And these are the two facts that I learned about my home country, right? The first fact is whenever tourists come and visit, they often get run over because our traffic is crazy. And then the second fact is my country is known for making the best coffee. So in either situation, we make a really good flat white. We run over Africans as well. There's a few long blacks, but I've been Anisa. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, keep that round of applause going for your third act. All the way from Melbourne, it's Casey Gothard.
Hey Sydney, how we going? Man, I fucking love your city. It's so gay. As a queer woman, I've never felt more at home. I absolutely love it here because I'm pan, which kind of means that I sleep with anything, or I'm desperate, we haven't really figured out. And it's hard because I like some people for some things and other people for others. Like, I love men, but almost exclusively sexually because you guys are awful to talk to. I like women, but I like women for some things, not others. Like, I won't muff dive. But I will happily muff snorkel. You know, I'm all good to look at everything from like a surface level. But if you want me to explore any caves or hold my breath for longer than 30 seconds, you can get fucked. It's a Cert 4 I'm not willing to train for. I do love that you guys are so inclusive too. Like I noticed in like a number of your venues, you have those gender neutral bathrooms, you know? You know those bathrooms where it doesn't matter what you're swinging down there, you can take a shit, it's all good. I love those bathrooms. It cuts me and my keys like half in time with the waiting line. Took some of you a bit longer to get there. You took ketamine, not coke. That's your fault. But no, and I'm originally from Brisbane, which is hard to tell with the full set of teeth and lack of mullet. But I do hail from there. And I went up there recently and I realised they don't have any gender-neutral bathrooms. All their bathrooms are gendered in Queensland, and some of them are kind of even further divided by aesthetic. Like I went into a couple of venues and instead of having like ladies and gents or the chick in the dress and the dude whose thighs don't touch, it had handsome devils and pretty ladies. Which just made me wonder, you know, like where do all the ugly sluts shit? Because I was fucking busting. So good I took a shit in the street, no one noticed, it's Brisbane. No, I was up in Brisbane because my grandma's dying. Don't worry, it's not my fault. We can laugh about it. And it's hard because they pulled our family aside. She's moved into the palliative care ward and they kind of pulled our family to the side and like, hey, just letting you know, she's going to start to regress. She's going to start to like revert back to childhood. And I don't know why I assumed she would just become like a baby or like a toddler. Like I thought that's where we were Benjamin buttoning it back to, you know? But instead, my grandmother has turned into the biggest angsty emo teenage cunt I've ever fucking met in my life. She's just spitting out shit she's not wearing enough eyeliner to be spitting out, you know? Like I walked into her hospital room the other day with like pink nail polish and crosswords and I'm like, hi grandma, how are you? She just looked me dead in the eye and goes, I just want to die. You know, which is a statement that belongs on Tumblr in 2016, not 7:30 on a fucking Tuesday, grandma. She's also decided to completely stop eating, and I just think it's so bold of her to take up an eating disorder at 82. Because also, who the fuck are you trying to impress in the palliative care ward, grandma? You know? Grandpa's been gone 6 months. Keep it in your pants. Because, like, I think for, like, especially for, like, me and all the other women in the audience, we all know that eating disorders are just a competition between yourself or Brittany from the water polo team, but a competition. You know, and I don't know who's going to tell grandma she's never going to be skinnier than the chemo patients. Hey, it's a battle she'll never win, but neither will they, so it's all good. If you think that's a bit dark, too bad, you buckled in. Doors are locked, you're fucked now. It's going to get worse, not better. I don't know, I don't necessarily like going back to my hometown because Brisbane's a scumhole. But also I get to see all my friends that decided to stay in the scumhole, you know? And I'm 27 now, and that's a really weird age to be, because all my friends and I have started to get really serious about life, but I've discovered that their definition of serious and my definition of serious, very fucking different, you know? Like they've all decided to buy property, and at the start of the year I had to have a very serious conversation with myself about stopping dating men with face tattoos. Mostly because I've just run out of all the line chefs in Melbourne, you know? It's a scarcity issue, not a morality one. Like, I've got a bunch of friends and couples who've started doing this thing where they've started to buy dogs to test their parenting skills. Does anyone in the audience know these people? I love it. I also love the kinds of dogs they buy because they're fucking stupid, you know? Like, what are you practicing for? Why are you buying a border collie in inner city Melbourne, you know? Are you assuming your kid's gonna have ADHD, like, right off the fucking bat? You know? Also, because nothing you learn from raising a dog can be applied to a child at all, you know? Because, like, from what I hear, you can't just hit a kid in the nose if it shits in the house. Also, I just found out you can't just opt to kill the kid if it gets cancer, you know? And in this economy, if I can't afford fucking sourdough, I can't afford Timmy's chemo either. I'm sorry. It's not on the table. I've also got a bunch of friends who started doing this really weird thing where they've started to get pregnant, but like on purpose. That's something that comes to 27 that no one fucking prepares you for. You know? It's just like one day, the emoji to which you react to the positive pregnancy test photo in the group chat just has to dramatically change. You know? Because I used to just send that like crying face emoji or maybe a sneaky coat hanger. Now it's just that fucking dorky blue thumbs up on the right-hand side of the group chat. Like, what am I congratulating you on? You're 27, you're fertile. Now I have to spend $30 on a fucking onesie because you let Steve raw dog it after the Bulldogs won. Fuck off! I've also got a bunch of bogan friends because I'm from Queensland. That's how it works. And all their kids are like 5 now because there was nothing better to do after their apprenticeship, apparently. And they've kind of realised they've fucked up their lives, you know, because tradie kids, they're like around 5, they start asking those hard-hitting tradie questions, you know, like, why does daddy only drink Monster energy drinks? And like, why is mummy a beauty therapist? Like all those hard-hitting tradie questions. And the way my friends deal with fucking up their lives is by trying to get me and my partner to fuck up our lives. The problem is there is no good reason for having a child ever. I will give a drink to anyone who can give me one. Exactly. There's 300 fucking people in this room. I know some of you are parents, whether you know it or not. There's definitely some Jareds in the audience who have some Balinese kids somewhere. So when people try and convince you to have children, they just have to pull out shit they've heard from a fucking movie. You know, like, oh my God, they'll look after you when you're old. Like, Brittany, my dad could be dead in a ditch right now. I have no fucking clue, you know? Or my favourite one is, oh my God, don't you want a little version of you and your partner? Like, Brittany, I'm a comedian and my partner's a chef. No one wants an attention-seeking cocaine addict running around the house. Not really the mini-me I had on the fucking Christmas card, you know? Like, I won't lie to you guys. Like, I tried being pregnant for a couple of weeks. Not for me. I swallowed that unsubscribe pill the moment I fucking got it, baby. Like, the giant titties and clear skin were amazing, but a month free trial's enough. It's all right. I'm not with the baby daddy anymore, unfortunately, because he was really hot and toxic, and that's my type. It's kind of hard being single now because I don't like dating. I hate dating because it's like absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't know, because I only go on the dating apps like Lonely and Horny, and I don't know if you guys have done that, but it's kind of like going to the supermarket hungry. Like, you will just shove anything in your mouth to fill that void. Like chocolate-covered cabbage, amazing. 48-year-old man named Craig, delicious! Though I don't mind being single, my aunts seem to fucking hate it, you know? And so they always try and give me advice on men, but it always comes in the form of those really old colloquial turns of phrase, like, you are what you eat. Or like, why would a man buy the cow if he can get the milk for free? My milk's not powdered, Auntie Jax. You know, my udders don't touch the floor. But my favourite bit of advice came at the end of last year when my aunt pulls me aside at a wedding and goes, you know, Casey, the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Which I just thought was a really weird way to find out that my uncle had never had his ass eaten before. Because that is scientifically the fastest way to any man's heart. I've tested it. There is a direct pipeline from rim to ring, I guarantee it, you know. I'm glad some of you guys like that joke, because she did not. And I get it, her generation is a bit different. They value sexuality a lot higher than we do. Like, my aunt genuinely sees what's between her legs as like a first prize trophy. Covered in fucking cobwebs, but a first prize trophy. Whereas my generation sees ourselves a bit more accurately. Like, I genuinely believe what's between our legs is just a participation ribbon. Like, I think you should be handing that shit out to anyone and everyone willing to just rock up at the swimming carnival, you know? Like, thanks for coming, I didn't, but at least you tried. Glad you liked that joke too, because she did not. Just turns around and that really raspy aunt voice goes, you know, Casey, sometimes you can be a real asshole. And I'm like, yeah, you are what you eat. That's why I'm an asshole and your husband's an old cunt. Anyway, that's been my time, everybody. Thank you for having me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys ready for your final act in the Comedy Untamed Showcase? You can do better than that. Are you guys ready for your final act of the first ever Comedy Untamed Showcase? Keep that round of applause going and welcome to the stage from Sydney, it's Aleks Milinkovic!
Give it up for Neil Hacker one more time, everybody. Let him hear. Yes, dude. This is sick. What's going on, angels? It's good to be here. Give it up for Maxi on the decks over there in the shadows. Awesome, dude. This is Matt. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex. I'm a Serbian that was born in Brisbane that now lives in Sydney. Yeah. Do we have any of those in? Is that relatable? Do we have any Serbs in general? I'd just like to check. Mad. That's good. No, that's fine. Right now it's a busy time for the Serbs. We're selling vapes. No stress, no disrespect. I get it, dude. I was born in Brisbane. My parents left Yugoslavia in the 90s. They left after the Yugoslavian war. Right? That's what, yeah. And now they're in Brisbane, you know. Hey, it's not fucking funny, man. What the fuck? There was a war. What the fuck is wrong with you? My dad got his toe shot off in that war. That's kind of funny. It's kind of... Dude, he's so dramatic about it. Don't be sad. He loves it in a weird way. He's like, fucking look. Where'd it go? Like, I can't wear thongs anymore, man. What the fuck? He's so dramatic. He's like, dude, the doctor said if the bullet was 180 centimeters up and to the left. Dad might not be here right now. He's so dramatic, dude. Dude, he loves when I talk about being Serb on stage because I never used to. I never used to talk about being Serb on stage because at the beginning, I just didn't want to get stereotyped, right? That was at the beginning. But again, that's normal. People stereotype. That's normal. You do it, I do it. I 100% do it. I know I do it, dude. I met a gay Lebanese dude last week. I nearly died laughing, man. I couldn't believe it. My friend introduced me to him like this. He was like, hey, man, you need to meet my friend. He's gay and Lebanese. As if to say, get ready. Because he was thinking the same thing I was thinking, which is like, bro, gay and Leb. That sounds like a government-funded project. For funniest man alive. It has to be. I was like, let's do the math. This is the math, real quick. I was like, this is the math. Every gay dude I know, hilarious. Every Leb dude I know, hilarious. You put those two things together, surely the funniest man alive. Turns out they cancel each other out. This cunt was the most boring fuck I have ever met in my entire life, dude. The entire time, he was just like, it's interesting, the current state of NFTs and art. I was like, what the fuck? Where's your accent? Dude, I was so mad he didn't have an accent. He didn't have either. He didn't have either accent. He didn't go, hey, or hey. He did neither accent. I was like, why do you sound like me, bro? What the fuck? You're gay and Leb. Do the thing. Be weird. He wasn't. He was just a fucking full human being. With fears and dreams. Fucking pissed me off, dude.
This is fun. It's nice to see like a room full of young people at comedy. This is good. It's good. You're welcome. It's nice. It's nice. It's fucking mad. I don't know if you guys go out to comedy a lot. Old people love going, yeah. They love going to this shit. No, they love buying tickets. They hate being there. Like, they love to pack out the room and then just see. Like, fuck! Like, and also just generally, like, it's no disrespect to the oldies, you know what I mean? But like, fuck, like, it's not their fault. I think a lot of it is to do with expectations, you know? Like, movies have ruined old people for me. You know? Like, there's just, like, movies like Disney, Pixar, grandmas and shit, like, old people in movies are so, like, wise and thoughtful and know exactly what to say to get you to change how you think about something. Old people in real life have no idea what the fuck is going on. They just don't. Like, this is the thing, right? It's just they're so misrepresented in movies. Like, they're so different. All respect to the goats, but they are so different in movies. Like, in the movie, the hero will have to go through like an arduous journey to get to the top of the mountain to find the elder. Right? That's how important they are in the movie. They're fucking top of the mountain. And the hero has to go through mist and shit to find the elder for advice. And when he finds the elder, he goes, look, I know what I have to do, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm not strong enough. And the elder will be like, look, bravery, it isn't the absence of fear. It's being afraid and still acting in spite of that. Whereas old people in real life will be like, that's because your generation was raised on soy milk and participation trophies. That's them. Just so we're clear. That's them, dude. I've never had, like, for a great example, I was hanging out at a Grilled in Tamworth, and I was just there. Why is that? I'm allowed to hang out at a Grilled in Tamworth, dude. Fuck off. Like, I was hungry for knowledge, and I was there with this old guy, and we just got into intergenerational politics shit. Whose generation is the best, yada yada. You know, you've all had that chat. And he was like, mate, if you ever want to know anything, ask the oldest person in the room. If you ever want to know anything ever, ask the eldest person in the room. And I went, what's the Wi-Fi password, cunt? Shut the fuck up. Shut up, dickhead. That's what I said. Shut up, you dickhead. I hate that shit. I've never had good advice from an old person, not once, dude. Not even once. Like, when I was looking for my first job, I remember my grandma hit me with this. Maybe you guys got this. I definitely did. She loved this. She was like, yeah, well, you just go down there and you say, I'm not leaving until you give me a job. Are you crazy? That's what I thought the Lint Cafe siege was. I thought that was one guy with a paper resume. They're like, fucking... But you know, dude. I'll leave you on this. My girlfriend and I, we've been together now for nearly 4 years. It's been going real good. Thank you. That's really nice. Thank you. It's nice. I'll tell you why I think it's working. It's because she picked me up. You know? She messaged me. That's how it started. She just was like, hey, what are you doing this Sunday? And now we have a lease. You know? That's how easy I was to get. Hey, what are you doing next week? I was like, I'm yours forever, dude. What the fuck? It's mad. Like, it happens so rarely that the girl approaches the guy. Like, it's only happened to me in my life 2 other times. Right? 2 other times. The time before this, right? Girl comes up to me after a show and she goes, hey, just so you know, I think you need therapy. And I was like, stop flirting, let's go. No, fuck it. I want to be keeping you on. Play it. No, I'm kidding. We organised before. I'm like, Max, you fucked up the cue. I'm kidding. Nothing happened. Like, there's so little. We became friends, you know, which is annoying, but whatever, dude. Like, fucking. We became friends and it was nice. And one day she revealed to me that she went to Gothard. Does anyone in the room know what Gothard is? Nah? It's a clowning school in France. So who needs therapy between us two? You know what I mean? She was like, yeah, there was just a summer there where I exclusively fucked clowns. Nice. And I was like, cool. Because you want to be cool with it. You know, I was like, nice. Out of interest, how many clowns? And she was like, to date, I've had sex with 9 clowns. And I went, 9 clowns, dude. 9. 9 of them. Why is that not hilarious to everyone in the room right now? What the fuck? Not, like, this is the thing. Have sex with as many people as you want. I love that. Go crazy. Yes, baby. I love that shit. But 9 specifically clowns. Like, I've had sex with maybe 15 people in my life. This bitch is nearly lapping me in just clowns. Like, how? How, dude? How? How many clowns can you have inside you before you're legally declared a circus? Is it 9? How many before you have to advertise that you're coming to town? Because I feel like it's 9. Fuck you. Tell me I need therapy, I'll do a joke about you, motherfucker. Thus maybe proving your point. And then the time before that, right? Similar situation. Girl comes up to me after a show and she goes, hey, just so you know, I have no gag reflex. And I said, ew, cunt. That's what I said. I was like, ugh, what the fuck? Why would you say that? I'm a stranger. What? No gag reflex? What are you talking about, no gag reflex? What are you talking about? That's the best part. Like, I need that. I need the that's my favorite. I love the that's the best. You go, I hear big boy. That's what I hear, dude. Thank you for your time, everybody. I'm out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that? The first ever Comedy Untamed Showcase? Yes. Well, how about we get another big round of applause for all the acts you saw. You saw Jamal Abdul, Anisa Nandaula, Casey Gothard, and Aleks Milinkovic.